Sound arriving at the ears as we come together in our practice from various ages and ethnicities, different cultural heritages and religious backgrounds and socioeconomic groups, abilities, sexual orientation and gender identity, coming together to practice, aspiring to do no harm and to dismantle barriers that cause separation and suffering, and recognizing that our liberation is interconnected with the liberation of all. Taking a moment to acknowledge the indigenous peoples whose lands we're seated on now. Confederated Tribes of the Grand Ronde here in Portland, the Siletz, the Tualatin, the Willamette. Just recognizing and honoring those who have gone before us. Acknowledging the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. The teachings to help us understand that there is freedom in this very life. The truths that we can see for ourselves as we quiet down and notice impermanence arising and passing away in whatever form that is. And as we do it in each other's company, the joy of the Sangha, others on the path. We know that this goes back 2,600 years. And it comes right down to our small Sangha group meditating together. And many more like us all over the world. For that there is great gratitude. Gratitude to the Buddha, gratitude to the Dhamma, gratitude to the Sangha. And as we sit, bringing to the fore whatever practice works for you the best, for stilling the body momentarily. Sometimes the body doesn't like staying very still. That's okay. You can always wiggle back and forth in your chair or go left and right and just find what is the place that your body feels the most comfort. Letting our spine be erect if we can, yet relaxed. Freely and fearlessly meeting the way things are right now. This is what's happening. This is what's arising in our hearts and minds. That we don't need to identify with as me and mine, because we can see that they come and go. Thoughts come and go. Sensations in the body come and go. But we have some teachings to help us stay grounded, to help us return to our aspiration. And so sometimes it helps to attend to the breath. Keeping it very simple. What does the breath feel like going through our nostrils or filling our belly or our chest as we breathe? Just kindly bringing our attention of the busy mind back to a single point. There can be a lot going on at that single point, whether it's at the nostrils or the diaphragm as we breathe, or maybe using the touch point of the butt on your buttocks on the cushion or chair. Reminding ourselves with kindness to be in the present moment and be curious. What's happening now? Without judging, not rambling, judging about it, but just present with what's arising. And sometimes it's at first or even during our meditation, it's helpful to have a soothing breath. Feel like it's just passing through the body. Releasing behind the eyes, around the forehead. Relaxing around the ears and the skin on your scalp, your face, your jaw. Being kind and forgiving to yourself, whatever is happening, striving, or maybe the opposite of feeling tired. We just want to let a kind of neutrality in this relaxing breath flow through the body, gathering our attention on the inhale and dropping into the body on the exhale. Reminding ourselves to be fully present. Letting the heart settle and rest maybe on a phrase that feels like a good intention for you during this sitting time. May we touch into our basic goodness. Being patient as the mind darts here and there, we can notice with mindfulness that it's thoughts that are arising and thoughts that are passing away. They're impermanent and we can see this directly. So mindfulness gives us a step back from being involved fully. Holding ourselves in kindness, giving generously to ourselves, being fully present, And all of this helps us skillfully serve all beings. We nurture wisdom and insight. And whatever we discover, we share with others by who we are. And so as we settle into the breath breathing, we can really touch into the fact that it is breathing itself wherever we contact it. Whether it's short or long, rough or smooth. Breath by breath, we bring ourselves back to the present moment, the only moment there really is. Right here, right now. Breathing in, warmth, coolness, short, long. Breathing out, knowing I'm breathing out. We simply recognize and accept what is happening. Holding ourselves gently, appreciative of being in this practice. Without controlling the experience. It's a natural experience. Whether we judge it as good or bad, it's just an experience that's rising and passing. And we see this moment after moment after moment, whether it's experience in the body, roughness, smoothness, tightness. Mindfulness is present, awareness is present, and wisdom arises. This awareness grounds us. Mindful awareness is knowing what's happening. And wisdom arises to let us know what's skillful and unskillful. And these skillful mind states of awareness and mindfulness and wisdom, that's where we can incline the mind when we find ourselves lost in something that might be less skillful, not helpful for us. We can incline the mind toward skillful mind states, mindful awareness, wisdom, compassion, kindness. And we might just notice that the more unskillful states pass away on their own. We might notice after a while, as the body relaxes a little more and the mind gets a little calmer, that the breath seems different. We can feel it in other places. We can feel it throughout the body. We can feel it fill the body. Just this simple task of being mindful of the breath doesn't keep it just in one place, but we're just being, and this is enough where we're being. And we can discover in this very moment this simple resting in awareness itself, the rising and falling and passing away of whatever comes to any of our sense doors. Being known, this is being known. This is being experienced. We're not distant from it, but we're not plunging in either. We're connecting and sustaining long enough to be present to see the impermanent nature of what's arising and how it passes away. Noticing what's happening now. What is happening now? How is the mind state? Without judgment, just noticing. pleasant, unpleasant, constricted, spacious. We have insight practice to help us use these rising and falling of different states of mind and sensations in the body as an awareness practice. Being present with changing objects. The attention goes from object to object that comes to the mind, stays with it for a certain amount of time until it dissipates on its own. Arising and falling, arising and falling, arising and falling, which gives us the opportunity to really be present with the impermanent nature of things, which takes us to that level of realizing no solid sense of self. And the joy that arises in a moment or two of noticing that, where we let go of constriction and let spacious awareness, the breath breathing through the body, be that open place of the unconditioned. As best we can. And as we cultivate this spaciousness, this relaxation in the body and calming of the mind as best we can, may we begin to hold within this body, heart, and mind other beings. Who comes to mind, or what comes to mind as soon as I say other beings? A close friend, a child, an animal, a benefactor that has taught us, teacher. May we envision this being happy and healthy. May we hold them in our hearts. May you be at ease. May you be free from suffering and danger. And may you take care of yourself happily. And may we include in this open-heartedness another being, another friend or benefactor, a person for whom it's easy to have loving kindness and compassion. And if we haven't already, in this spaciousness, let us hold ourselves in this warm-hearted goodwill. We can be there with our friend or our benefactor, safe and protected. May I have ease and well-being. And may I take care of myself happily. Taking these precious moments to bring others to mind, that we all may be at ease, that we all may find true peace, true happiness, this peace of mind, letting go of clinging and craving. May we hold within our cauldron of our heart others that we don't know. A single person that you might have seen lately that's a neutral person to you, or a group of people that you're holding in your heart and mind. Knowing just as I wish to be happy, I know that you also wish to be happy. May you have ease in your life. May you have happiness and the causes of happiness. May you have continued joy and be with things just as they are. As we let this heart space expand, this breathing cauldron of our body and breath, heart, may we hold within it all beings, touching into that boundless spaciousness of metta. May all beings be free from harm, safe and protected. Have happiness and the causes of happiness, those that swim and fly, crawl, walk, known and unknown, seen and unseen, in all directions, from to the north and the east, the south and the west, above and below, around and everywhere. May all beings be free from enmity and danger. Be free from anxiety. Be free from ill will. Those enlightened beings and those unenlightened beings, those known and unknown, seen and unseen, may all beings everywhere have happiness. Anicca vata sankhara, upadavaya domino, upakitava meruchanti, te samvipasamo sukho. All conditioned things are subject to impermanence. They arise and pass away. And seeing this clearly with mindfulness brings the greatest happiness. Seeing clearly with mindfulness brings the greatest happiness, which is peace. Thank you for your practice. May it bring you great joy.